everybody, and welcome to the Wicked Bee of the West YouTube channel. My name is Dr. Stephanie Diana Eubank. I teach business administration at Stan State, and I am the sole proprietor of the Wicked Bee of the West Consulting. So, I want to bring up a really interesting issue I have noticed across industries. Regardless of modality, whether you work remote, hybrid, or fully in person, there's a myth that just won't die. If people look busy, they must be productive. Full calendars, endless emails, constant task switching, and visible exhaustion are often rewarded as commitment. But decades of organizational psychology and neuroscience research show that busyness is not productivity. In fact, it's actively suppressing creativity, innovation, and long-term performance. Leaders often confuse busyness with value because activity is easy to see and easy to measure. Meeting responsiveness and long hours create the sense of control. So, what they're really measuring is how much they can control an employee, not necessarily their productivity. However, knowledge work creates value through outcomes, not activities. Research shows that constant interruptions and task switching dramatically reduces cognitive performance and creative capacity. Stanford researcher Emma Seppälä explains that creativity relies on the brain's default mode network, which activates during rest, reflection, and unfocused thinking. Chronic busyness keeps the brain locked in execution mode, preventing insight uh, and novel connections. In cultures that reward urgency and constant availability, employees learn to perform busyness rather than pursue impact, which results in performative productivity, which is the motion without the meaning. Creative problem solving requires uninterrupted time, psychological safety, and cognitive space. Research shows that individuals under high mental load generate fewer original ideas. Constant digital interruption weakens working memory and reduces the brain's ability to form new connections. This is where remote work changes the equation. Remote work disrupts visibility based on management and forces leaders to evaluate outputs instead of activity. Large-scale studies show that remote and hybrid work are associated with stable or increased productivity, especially in knowledge-based roles. By reducing commute-related cognitive depletion, minimizing interruptions, and allowing people to work during peak cognitive hours, remote work creates the conditions required for deep thinking and innovation. The future of effective leadership requires a shift from surveillance to stewardship. Leaders must stop asking whether employees look busy and start asking whether employees are doing the work and if the work is creating value. That means measuring outcomes instead of hours, designing work for deep focus, protecting time for thinking, not just doing, normalizing rest and productive strategy. Busyness is a false idol of modern leadership. A focus on autonomy and trust are where real productivity and creative problem solving are created. Remote work, when intentionally designed, helps organizations finally align with how work is measured and how value is actually produced. That's all I have for you for today. As always, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. And remember, remote work, it's here to stay.